Yo, where did I put my manual? Oh, here it is, by the gazebo. Oh, we're right where we left off. Cool. Opening up Twitch so I can see the chat. Popping out the chat so I can see it. And one more thing. I want to see this. Cool. All right, cool. Let's get started. All set up. Let me just phase in. Wait. Camera. Zoop. Yo, what's up? Welcome back. My name is Aptitude. We're picking up where we left off, which is halfway through the 3D camera tracking node. Foundation, fundamentals, inside of Davinci Resolve Fusion. So let's load up and hop right in. Let's see, let's start a new project day. Day 26, 3D camera tracker, part 2. Oop. All right, and here we are. Sweet, and let's get some media going. Let's import some footage, some media. Let's try, oh, I had this bus. I tried this on a previous episode. Let's bring this back in. We got a bus here. 4K bus. Let's make it easier. Let's resize it. Okay. And then also let's bring in something else. Do we have anything else here that we can bring in for 3D camera tracking? Might need to go to Envato, pick out some more clips. But it's the beginning of the stream. Let's jump right into the manual here and start up. So cleaning up camera solves. Sometimes the first solve will be good enough. Other times it may take a few hours of cleaning up tracks to get a good solve. Hopefully not. And sometimes it is impossible. With experience, one gets a feel for which tracks should be deleted and which should be kept, and which shots will be easy, difficult, or impossible to save. Be aware that deleting too many tracks can cause the average solve error to increase, as the solver has too little information to work with. In particular, if there are fewer than 8 tracks on any frame, mathematically there is not enough information to solve the clip. However, if it is strongly recommended to use a lot more than 8 tracks to get a robust and accurate solve. Important, if you are not familiar with camera tracking, it may be tempting to try to directly edit the resulting 3D splines in the spline editor in order to improve a solved camera's motion path. This option should be used as an absolute last resort. Okay. It's preferable instead to modify the 2D tracks being fed into the solver than to try and mess with the spline in the spline editor. How to judge track accuracy. The automatic color coding of tracking markers makes deleting false or poor tracks easier. After the solver runs, each tracker is assigned a solve error color that indicates which 3D locators match their 2D tracking points as well, or tracking points well, and which match up poorly. Hey, Michael! What? What is that emote? What's up, man? Welcome back. Who is that? It's a global emote. Nice. So green, when you get the green tracks, it means good. Yellow means okay. Orange means not so good, but okay. And then red is bad. And hovering the pointer. How's it going, Michael? What's new? Hovering the pointer over any tracking point displays a large metadata tooltip that includes the solve error for that point. For a more visual representation of the accuracy, you can enable the display of 3D locators in the viewer by clicking the reprojection locators button in the view bar. Fantastic. Excited for some Davinci stuff. How are you? I'm alright. I was planning to get some footage, and I didn't get some footage. So we might have to sift through Envato for some clips to throw in. I have one clip here, but it's actually, I realized after I put it in that I think it's better for the planar tracker. This looks like a planar tracker type clip, doesn't it? We have a planar here. Yeah. So let's see. Maybe we could theorize, or maybe there's a section in these chapters that like can talk about the times when you want to do which. What scenarios are best for which, or maybe that's up to us to figure out. That's the skill. But still, just talking about that. I know how we could do that. I'll pull up Envato clips later, and we'll just kind of go through them and think about, try to identify which is the right time for which. That's a good idea. You can enable the display of 3D locators in the viewer by clicking the reprojection locators button in the toolbar. Yeah, I think that's literally the skill. Just like figuring out which one to use in which scenario. There was one last 2 days ago that let's do that now. Let's see. Let me get through this, and then when the tracking points are converted into a point cloud by the solver, it creates 3D reprojection locators for each tracking point. These reprojection locators appear as small X marks near the corresponding tracking point. The more the two objects overlap, the lower the solve error. Reprojection locators displayed with tracking points and tooltip. The goal when filtering the trackers is to remove all red tracker marks and keep all the green ones. Whether you decide to keep both the yellow and orange or just the yellow is more a question of how many marks you have in the clip. You produce a better solve if you retain only the yellow marks. However, if you do not have enough marks to calculate the 3D scene, you will have to keep some of the better orange marks as well. Tips for what to keep and what to delete. Understanding what false tracks look like and then manually cleaning the track data to reduce it to a precise set of clear tracks will result in a more accurate solve. When cleaning up any track, particularly yellow and orange color-coded tracks, keep the following in mind. Keep all tracks with motion that's completely determined by the motion of the live action camera. Keep all tracks with motion that's completely determined by the motion of the live action camera. Okay. So you're trying to, yeah, that's same as before. It was like, you probably actually want to track, depending on the track, the thing that's like stapled down to the ground, right? With planar track, we were talking about tracking this, which is different. We're trying to track basically a flat surface. Delete tracks on moving objects or people and tracks that have parallax issue. That's right. Like last time we figured out how to do a mask of the trucks so that we could get just focused on the ground that was in the scene. Delete tracks that are reflected in windows or water. Delete tracks of highlights that move over a surface. So same with, so like, yeah, these are similar. Delete tracks that do not do a good job of following a feature. Delete tracks that follow false corners created by this superposition of foreground and background layers. Oh, I see. Like a false corner, something that might appear to be a corner, or it's identified as a corner, but it's actually just made like optical illusion from the foreground and background. And then consider deleting tracks that correspond to locators that the solver has reconstructed at an incorrect Z depth. I want to wrap my head around, consider deleting tracks that correspond to locators that the solver has reconstructed at an incorrect Z depth. So if it's identified as in the wrong position, like on the point cloud, if you see it and you're like, no, that thing is definitely not where that should be, consider deleting those. And let's see, are we gonna hop into the thing? Yeah, let's hop into the thing. Let's see, let's check out Envato and just kind of look at clips. Yeah, it is interesting. These are similar, right? Reflected windows and water, and then highlights that move over a surface. That's similar, right? Delete tracks on moving objects or people that have parallax issues. I think moving objects and people in general, you just delete. So cars and people, bikes, all the same. And then keep tracks with motion that's completely determined. Keep the tracks that are basically establishing the ground base, the base of buildings. the actual ground. Let's see. So we actually used one of these before. This clip. This was an interesting. I feel like this is a trick clip. It's a tricky one. This is interesting because there's parallax. The guy is trackable because he's not moving, but there's parallax, right? So you would, depending on where you want to put the object. Yes. If you wanted to put, yeah, just depending on where you'd want to, if you wanted to place the object near him, that'd be actually kind of tricky. You wouldn't want this window. You'd basically just want him. You would just track this guy. And since that was another thing, 2 days ago when we did the clip, when we were trying to do the car, we didn't need to do perspective, I think. It was no, I don't know. Anyways, going back to this clip, the way we would track it is if just depends on where we'd want to put the thing, whatever we're doing. If it was text and we wanted it over his shoulder, then we'd want to basically just track him. And I think we would only need a regular tracker. We have, let's bring that back in. We have that clip. It's like a regular tracker with set to just normal. What is it? It's not translation, I think. Or it is. Let me see. Let me just bring it in. Here it is. Okay. All right. So just regular tracker. The point, we probably want to track it like right here. Oh God, what did I do? Like over his shoulder. That's high contrast. And for this, it's like, best match. That's it. I think this is a simple one. We just let it rip. Oh, we also started here for some reason. We started at the end. But whatever. We can track backwards. It's all good. Oh, and then the background. Oh, okay. That was lucky. That's it, right? That's all we needed to do for this one. The operation is, there's no operation we have to do here. Or what? God, I forget how to do. What is it? Match move. No, it is match move. It's match move, and then we can add this to some text. So let's add does it, oh, but does it need to be 3D text? Wrong one. Just regular old text. But what if we want 3D text? Okay, regular old text. Text. So it's tracked on there, but it's not showing the correct corner positioning. Not corner positioning, not perspective. We don't see it getting larger as we go closer. I think you're right. Let's get this shoulder. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Where's this for? Okay. All right, forward and backwards. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so it just automatically. Yeah, right again, Michael. Oh, hey, Daniel. Thanks, man. Thanks for tuning in. Daniel Souza on YouTube says, very inspired by this series. Cheers from Brazil. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, so adding 2 trackers here just automatically resizes it along with the guy. And then what is it? For if we want to have corner positioning, you add 4, which I think we could do. Corner positioning. But this isn't the instance for that. So that's one example. Let's take a look at this one. Here we got someone from Brazil. Let's bring back in the football match. Where is it? So this was another one that was, yeah, straightforward, where we don't need, or we don't want a 3D camera tracker here. There's too much going on. If we need the 3D space, we would have to mask these people out. And to do that, we actually might need to track them. And then add a mask to cover them up. And then do a 3D track. Because this is actually a drone, so we do have enough movement, I think, to figure out what this space is for 3D. Are we gonna try it? I think we should. I think we should try that. Okay, so the first thing is, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so the first thing is actually that we have to track these people, right? Hey, DCSZA, thanks for subscribing, man. or following. It's all good. It's a follow. Thank you. I got to 10 now. A big number. We're double digits. Oh, sweet. Oh, nice. The Twitch is definitely the place to hang out, because then it also pops up on the display. Welcome, welcome. But let's see. How do we? I think that's it. We first go through and track all these people. Like. Yeah. Oh my God. So, is that right, Michael? That's right, isn't that? I have to track each person and then mask them out, and then run the 3D tracking. I think so. Give it a try. Okay. All right, let's do that. Tracker. Or you can delete the points from them after using the 3D tracker. Yeah, I think that's better to try first, isn't it? It's more time consuming to delete. Let's see, 3D. I think if this works, it could be faster. It does. I believe it deletes throughout the whole scene. But there's so many people moving that we might not be able to do that, but if it works, it will save time. Now, what am I doing? Tracker. Camera tracker. All right. Okay, we just let it do its thing, right? So there's nothing we really have to set up here. I guess we could, if we wanted to. Nah, it's fine. We've got enough contrast. Okay, let it rip. Okay. And then, yeah, we have no idea what camera settings these are, so that's whatever. But yeah, so we can right away kind of delete these, I think. Delete this. Just delete all the ones over the people. Oh man. Okay, wait. Okay, there's a lot. There's a lot. All right. Oh. I think there's too much. Oh God. Oh man. Oh, also the ball. Going frame by frame. I think this is maybe not the way to do it. Okay, let's try to do it the other way. I think not. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we're taking a sneak peek. You know what we could do though? Is we can put this like over here. So we're saving that. And then we can try adding a tracker. And this tracker can be on this guy. And let's see, do we have to add, we had trackers for everyone, right? We can just kind of save some time and put them all on everybody. And then just run the whole thing all at once. This is tricky. I feel like what I'm doing is the thing you can do after you've figured this out for sure, you know? It's like after you know what you're doing, maybe you should do this. Okay, whatever, we're doing it. We're gonna put it there. Making it a little smaller helps with the processing. Actually, it helps quite a bit. And let's put it here. Or here. And then I guess also we should name these. Man, I hope this works. Or we don't have to name them, but we'll have to reference it. We'll have to look. If we were pro, we would name it, but we're not. So let's go. We lost one. Tracker down. We lost one. Let's see, this one worked. Nope. No, it didn't. Okay. So all the trackers that didn't work, we can kind of turn them off over here. So which one didn't work? It's top one here. This guy. Oh god. That was a disaster. The tracker 4. That's definitely not right either, right? No, that looks right. That looks good. Tracker 3. Tracker 3. Ah, man, even tracker 3 messed up. Tracker 2. I think, okay, I feel like all of them messed up. Oh, you know why? I know why. I know why. You know why? Because we didn't set the adaptive mode. Yeah. So, yeah. So how do we reset it? This one, let's put it on this guy. This is good. Okay. Let's reset. We can just try that again. That is messing up, but I think it's a lot better this time. And it just has to be good enough. And tracker 4, again, kind of is the one that messed up, this guy. But I think everything else was good that time. That was it. We just forgot to put adaptive mode. Okay. And then we can turn these all off. Delete tracker 4. Try that one again. Add a tracker. Put it here. And we can make it, yeah, we'll put it like right on this shirt. And then we can let it go. Good. All right, that's good enough. That's good enough. Now we have to like expose all of these. Or they're automatically exposed, I think. Operation. No, we don't want anything. We've got like, this is just the list of trackers that we've got, and now we can add a big line of masks for the scene and tie the masks to the trackers. Yeah, that should be fun. Okay, so let's just make ovals. Ovals should work. Let's just try to set this up. It's gonna be a line of these things, right? And the first one is gonna be inverted, and then the rest plug into here. So it's this line here. We do need a source background here to set it, right? No? No, we don't. Or this needs to, it like merges together here. Like this? No. I'm messing this up. First one set to invert. Oh, and then this is just add or subtract? Subtract. This is set to subtract. This is set to subtract, and this is set to subtract. There we go. There we go. Almost. I think we're getting closer. I think we're getting closer. Why is it not subtracting from the... Yeah, these aren't plugged into the right place, right? Or they don't even need to. They can plug into here. Yeah. I want to mask. I want to mask the footage. So I don't actually need this here anymore. So if you want the masks to move with the people, yeah. You right click the mask. Yes, I do. But I haven't connected it to the scene yet. Like, where do I connect these masks to? This goes into the media in? It does, right? Yeah, that's it. Okay, there we go. I was just trying to set this up. Yes, so this deletes the, so we have the elements. Oh, the 3D tracker would have worked? Oh, the 3D tracker. But before that, we gotta tie these, right? camera tracker. Okay, so we got it kind of happening. Let's see, where we got to connect these now. With the center XY, connect to tracker 2. Oh god. So this is where naming stuff would have been good. So tracker 7, let's say far goalie. Let's say this is yellow shirt. Or tracker 9 is yellow shirt. This guy over here, tracker 3, is the guy on the right. Okay, now let's connect. Oh, and there's shadows. Uh-oh, I hope that doesn't mess with us. Oh, I think it is. Oh my god, this is tough. This is tough. I wonder if this is... I think this might be the right way that we're doing this, though. Okay, let's connect those 3. We had this one. This was the... This was goalie. I think this is kind of the correct thing. Let's do connect the goalie, the center XY, connect to tracker 2. Oh, it's not named. The names didn't carry through. So I just have to like keep it in my head. It's gonna be fine. Let's see. If we center XY, connect to tracker 2 path 3 position. No. That is far goalie is tracker 7. Okay. Okay, we're gonna get through this. We're gonna do it. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. Alright, good enough. Good enough. And then we got tracker, which one? I wanted the far goalie, that's connected. Then we got the guy on the right. Guy on the right was supposed to be tracker 3. Let's connect this one. Guy on the right, tracker 3. Center, connect to tracker 3. Position. Bam! Tracker 2, we also had yellow shirt was tracker 9. Let's just do that. So now this is all out of order. Perfect. We're really confusing ourselves. That's great. Okay. Okay. Making progress. Good. This one. Tracker 2 is this striped guy. Zebra Man. So let's do this one as Zebra Man. Tracker 2, path 2. There. Okay. This guy's... Or wait, what am I doing? We got this guy. He is action kicker. Which tracker is that? That is... Where's he end up? So he's tracker 1. Okay. So then we go action kicker is center, connect to path 1. But that's only for that last frame there. Because I'm wondering if I could like do a transform only for this. Oh my god. If I want to expand and like make... I don't know if that made any sense. I was just kind of exasperated. But the idea is like that if I move this, I want to move it slightly down because I tracked on his face. So I want to move this thing down. So the way to do that would be to like make a bunch of transforms, I think. And then make a bunch of merges with these nodes. So it would be like, oh god. Be like that. And then a merge. And then you plug this in, or what? And then it plugs in. No? Wait, do you see what I'm trying to get up here? Can you do offset? I think you're right. Yeah, I think that's all. Yep. Yep. What do I do? Over here, modify with offset. Which one? Offset distance? At the top? Oh, just modifiers? Oh. Oh, alright. Okay. So it's pre-built. It's pre-built. They already got that part. Alright. That's already a thing that's been solved. Okay. We can chill. Alright. Move this down a little. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's do this. This is gonna be on this guy. This guy is tracker 8. He's that guy. Connect it, center, connect to tracker 8. Modifiers, move it down. Okay, sweet. Okay. This guy, green shirt. Green shirt. What am I doing? Here we go. We're gonna name this green jersey and last man standing. Okay, green jersey. Plug it in. Set this, needs to be subtract, be part of this chain properly. The tracker was tracker 6. And offset it. Hey, this was maybe a good practice. Well, this definitely was good practice. Hopefully it works. And then the last thing here was a subtract. All right, let's make it a little smaller. Hopefully it works. I think it is. I think this is the right. I think this is what you're supposed to do. Set this to subtract as well. And that was tracker 5. Connect to tracker 5. Move it down just a little. All right. And we got the ball too, but let's look at this. Oh. Okay, I guess we're doing this in 4K. I don't think... Would this work? I don't know if that would work on the resize. Or it doesn't matter. It kind of does. Whatever. It should still work. I think it does a little bit, but not... It's okay. Yeah. Okay, whatever. It's all good. Let's see, we got camera tracker. And we do have the ball here. But let's let this go. And then you resize it while it's already masked. All right, man. Let's see. Oh, come on. This is what we've been training for. Oh God, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? What are these? Like, why are they... Oh, wait. There was one thing, right? Didn't we have to press, like... Wasn't there a button that we did last time that was like, ignore the stuff? Ignore the... Because I think right now it's treating the masks as something. Does that make sense? What am I talking about? Options, track markers, local trails, patterns. Yeah. But let's see. Ooh, because this thing is happening for... What did we do? This was solved last time, and it was, had something to do with the way that these masks are applied. Oh, I think you're right. Man, you are... Yeah. Oh, but it still looks... Wait, but we... Oh, that's right. So we let it go again. We auto-track again. No? Oh, reset. 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 No, you're right. This is it. Yep, that was it. That just worked. It was because there was a few markers that were leaking on this guy's foot, but that was it. And it's picking up the shadow a little bit. Yes. Yes. We did it! Oh, man. But we're not there yet, right? We gotta clean this up. We're doing it. We gotta clean this up a bit, though. Let's see. This one, we just make this bigger. I mean, this is all... Okay, hold on. Before we congratulate ourselves for being geniuses, I think I just realized we didn't need to do any of this. I mean, it's good practice, so I regret nothing. But to get this 3D scene, I think what we should have done is literally we just needed to track out this entire section and let the camera calculate on just this stuff on the outside. Right? I think so. I don't think we want, I mean, we don't. Yeah, I think so. I think so. But we wouldn't have gotten to that conclusion if we hadn't done it this way, I think. Now we have a deeper understanding, right? Mm-hmm. I think so. But let's try it. Let's continue finishing it out this way, fixing this up, and then actually let's try the other way too. But I think because we basically need enough movement from all the outside here to be able to track, like, figure out what the space is in 3D. And so, like, we're not even really. How much are we getting? We're mostly tracking the outside bits here. And then this is like there's a few spots here. But these aren't even consistent, right? The only thing would be these lines would be helpful. Like here, here, but then everything else is really what we want or that we need. Pretty sure. This is extra stuff. I mean, maybe this stuff is needed near the end to figure out. But yeah, I think it's a mask straight through everything. But let's try it. Let's try and finish this up. And then try it. But so I can just make these things way bigger. Doesn't matter. Well, I think the comparison, yeah, let's do the comparison. It's going to be faster to do it the second way. But this is, we're almost there for this way. Because I can make those pretty large. Then we plug this in. What about... Oh. Okay, that's good. So camera tracker, we reset it again. Doesn't really matter where we start, but I'll go to the start here. And auto track. I see a few things, but that was pretty good. I saw his shadow is getting picked up. I mean, we could just delete that. The shadow here is getting picked up. Shadow here is getting picked up. So at this point, his feet are... Why are his feet? Oh. I mean, we could just... Pretty much the same idea. For me to be making these this big, it's like... Same idea, isn't it? It's basically the second idea, just to make these huge. Reset, let it go. Okay. I think this is good enough, though. Like, I think this is gonna actually just work. as and the technique that we're doing here, I do think like that does apply in some places or a lot of places. When you're doing like people replacements or more advanced track scenarios. But hey, that's the whole point, isn't it? Figuring out when to use the right technique. That's the skill of it. I think this is looking good. Okay, so we get to go to camera. I don't know what the camera is. Best judgment is that it's this. Drone. Generic drone camera. Focal length 25. Does this look 25? I don't know. I don't know my drone focal lengths very well. It doesn't seem fisheye, but it does seem wide. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it, and then let's see. Press solve, and we get 0.4. So that's usable. We could choose to clean it up, but I mean, if you see any red ones, I saw a red one right there. Yeah, so like the red one that I just cleaned up, that was from the shadow. So I kind of like cleaned up the dirty ones before the ones that we knew were not going to work. Then everything else looks good. So that's it. So I just deleted like 2. I could run that again and get a better number. Yeah, cool. And that's it, right? Export. We export that. Got these. All of this stuff. We don't really need it anymore, but I want to save it. I want to save it for old time, you know, for going back. Going back, looking at this file, remembering what we did. Here we go. So now we got our 3D camera footage. Cool. We could put this merge over here. And then we could look at the point cloud. And we can do, yeah, sweet. Now we can put, wow, we're getting it. We're doing it. And simply add this to the merge. We do have a Brazilian watching, so we'll call it football. And then throw this up here. Actually, no, we want to see the camera. So we hop it, right click, camera, and gotta, yeah. Extrusion, turn it up. Oh, we could do that the other trick that we did last time, Michael, which was combine these. You right click this and expose this, or sorry, publish, and then you can connect it here. So these are together now. And then you can just use this. And then with this one, you can change it to black and do the width a little bigger, or the depth. What is it? Which one? Oh. Wait. There we go. Yeah, just cool embossed outline text. And oh, the thing is that we might want to have now would be the time that we actually like really closely track these guys, because we could have this like on the field, because I feel like that's kind of the thing we want, right? We want to make this look like it's on the field. But how do I turn off this background thing? I forget how to do that. How to do that? Wireframe? No. Nope. It's in the camera tracker, right? Oh, that's right. You're right. Yep, I didn't do that right. Yep. And the text. Okay, so this is actually a little tricky, right? Because if we're gonna change the position of this one, we want this to be connected. Where is that? Let's transform. Yeah, it's in the transform. It's gonna be rotations. So we're gonna publish the rotation and connect the rotation up. Connect to. Oh, we gotta do it for each one. I guess we didn't have to do each one because we're not gonna use each one, but I don't know. I don't know which one we're gonna use yet, so whatever. X, Y, Z. Okay, now if we move this, they're together. Can you make an instance of the first? You're right. That's the better thing. I have not used instances like at all. Yep, that's an even better solution. Yep. Let's just do that. Let's unplug that. How do you do that? I don't even know how to do an instance. What do I do? Copy, paste as instance? Yes. Paste instance. There we go. There we go. And then we go to the extrusion here, and we can say we disconnect the extrusion. How do you do that? De-instance, right? Can I do de-instance for the whole thing? No. Okay, I think it's just de-instance this, and the depth, you de-instance. I think we need this one. I don't know. That's what we were messing with. And the color. Oh, it's not an instance. That's the one thing that's not an instance. Yeah, man, this is the way to do it. Instances. Uh-oh. Did this turn black? It did. Oh, so they are instanced right now. But so how do we what? Can I de-instance this? Shading, color. Oh, I could do it from here. Yeah, I could do it from here, I guess. Okay. What is it? Which one? Specular, material. That's kind of annoying. Oh, the whole color group, right? De-instance color group. There we go. There we go. We just turn these off. It's black. Let's see. We got text over here. That is the better way to do it, though. There we go. Now they're connected. Now, if we transform this, it is hotkeyed though. That's kind of weird. Or it's what's that called? When it's like fired up, it's red. We don't really want this to be keyframed. Whatever. Let's see if we. Oh, this is gonna look cool. This is gonna look cool. We're gonna rotate it. What is it on the X? Yeah. There we go. Oh god, we're gonna come back to the same thing with the shadows. I don't know how to do the shadows. This. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can move it. We want them instanced. I didn't look into it either. I don't know how to do the shadows right. But now we got it in our scene. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it's there. That's it. And how do we get rid of this? We want to see. There we go. Okay, that's the scene. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Yes. Yeah. All right. Awesome. All right, that's a good first hour. I'm gonna take a 5-minute break. I will. Yeah, that's a good thing to talk about. I need to go take a 5-minute break to like let my brain breathe for a second. Every hour I try to take like a 5-minute break. So I'll be back and then I can pick up with the instances because that is an important concept. You're gonna get food. I'm gonna just go for a walk. BRB. Oh, I'm back. I was 15 seconds late, my bad. Hi, Emichi. Okay. All right. Okay, so I want to demonstrate got the drinks as well. What are you drinking? Pepsi Max? I'm drinking Polar Seltzer. It's like water but different. Oh, water. Nice. Nice. I'm drinking different water. Okay, so I want to demonstrate. I had this idea just now, was how to demonstrate the instancing. So if we have a cool, I guess, yeah, cool people water, special water. Okay, let's set this up. This is a really cool idea. I had this right on that 5-minute break. If we have a shape 3D, there we go. We're gonna make it a cube. We could. Actually, I want to see how big this is. We might be able to put it into our scene. Nah, whatever. Screw it. Okay, we're just making a different thing. Just demonstrate instancing. All right. So we got a cube. And then if you copy this and you right click, you can do paste instance or Control Shift V. And they get a green wire, which means that they're now tied together. My idea is kind of cool, but before we do that, let me just demonstrate that. I'll move this one to the side. The way to move just this one to the side, even though they're connected, is that you right click and then you can go to de-instance either the single thing or de-instance the translate group. Now I can move this over. Oh, I think that was too far. 10? What? Oh, that was too far. What? Why isn't it? Oh. So I gotta make a merge 3D. Plug this in. Plug it in. Okay. So we got this here, right? And so this is the main one, or they're instance, so I guess they're tied together. But you can go here and change the color, and they both change color because they're like tied together. The only thing that's not tied together about them is the thing we de-instanced. And so I don't know if it matters, but I'm just gonna continue to copy and paste from this one. This is like I'm considering him in my mind like the master one. I don't know if it works like that, to be honest, but let's just keep doing that. And so the idea here that I had was to make some boxes that make a cube, like a grid, a 3x3 thing. So I'm going to de-instance this group again, do -5, make sure that it's plugged into the merge 3D so you can see it. You know what? I got a cooler idea. What if we just do nice? Nice. 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 This is cool. So we're gonna, all right, translate. I'm gonna just de-instance these now. De-instance this. De-instance this. And then I'm gonna move this one. What was it? Yeah. 5. And then also, no, that's the middle one. This one's gonna be 5 and 5. This one's gonna be 5 and -5. Did I mess that up? Oh. So, not that one. Oh. Oh. Okay, -5. And I'm kind of being fancy and representing where they are kind of on this grid right here. I don't know what's tied to what's instanced to what. I don't think it matters. Actually, I'll test that in a sec. But this is the middle one, so I move it back. Plug it into this merge 3D node so that it shows up. I'm gonna move this one. They're still instanced, so I forgot to de-instance them again. All right, de-instance, and this one too. Okay, now I can just move it. -5. Move this one away. So -5 and 5. This one is -5, -5. Oh my god, wait, no, this is stupid. Am I gonna make a cube? That's too much. I feel like this is like a video idea for me. Because I don't know if you guys want to just, but you see where this could go, right? I could make another, I could copy these. Like this. Yeah, this is what. Yeah, let's do it. This is something. Seeing what's possible with Fusion. What I'm doing, I hope you're still here, Daniel. This is for you. Wait, do we know? Yeah. Are you still here? Well, the instances. Yeah, so when I press shift, it turns off. So if I select all these, can I do all of them at once? Transform. I don't think I can. There might be a faster way at this point for me to move these. All right, no, this is working. Transform. So instances are tied to the previous thing. Whatever you're instancing is like a reference to the previous So going all the way back here to the original one, if we change the color, they'll change throughout, except that was what I wasn't sure about, was if it was going to persist through the whole thing. And it looks like it doesn't. Or we're just doing some weird things. Or what we're seeing in these is just that there's a few more. These need to be moved. Let's see, let's keep going here. Move this. And this. One. All right. I think that's right. And I think if we adjust any of these, since they're all instanced together, no, not quite. So it matters the order of instancing. All right, that's good to know. And at some point I lost track. But anyways, they are instanced together. I think they're tied together. I think if I move this, the whole way that this works... Damn it. Damn it. There is a way. I just went too far, too fast without solidifying, like, the right way to do this. So if I... so how would we set this up? You kind of see what I'm going for here? Trying to, like, combine these together. Would it be a 3D merge, and then this set would be 3D merged, and then there'd be, like, merges and merges? Then we get controlled? If you're still here, Daniel, I'll re-explain, because I didn't actually properly explain. It's just 3D transform. Yeah, there is, right? Transform. I think we unplug. Okay, we have some control there, don't we? Like, we won't, I mean, for this to be finished, we got to make one more, right? And these are all going to be... We don't want de-instancing. We want yeah, so this is... That's right. Move this down. Okay. -5. Just make this -5. Nope. Oh god. This one is -5. -5. There's probably also a faster way to do this, right? Whatever. It's like the soccer, the football tracking. We'll figure it out once we finish this. figure out how to do this properly after we're done. Have you ever played with Cinema 4D? Because Cinema 4D has their motion graphics are, they have systems that kind of make doing what I'm setting up here really intuitive, really easy. All right. All right. So if we, I mean, we got something here. Here to, let's see, 24 FPS. So here, actually, this is gonna be cool. This is gonna be cool. Right away, I know that I want to get. I want to play with this. Then we got, we could do like Rubik's Cube thing. So it does. Let's see, we got from there, and then we can go. So we're just messing with the merge right now. Here to 48. Oh, I also saw the other day, there's like a bunch of really nice, these are pretty fun to play around with. These, if you right click and you choose the type of keys, some of these are good. Like that looks like. And you know what? I think 360 is too much. We just want like one rotation of 90. Same with this one. We just want 90. And instead of it being so tough, I think we can in-out cubic, right? That makes it like kind of bounce, right? Okay, well anyways, that's the setup. From here, who knows? But we set something up. Maybe we could come back later and play with it. What we want is like control. I think there's more to this. I bet we could set this up better. We have it organized, right? We want these to be on their own controllable, plane here, right? It's currently, we can like rotate the individual pieces and they rotate together. But I mean, we want like this this whole section to be able to rotate on its own, separate from these. Oh, I wonder if it's this. Oh, I think we're getting tricky. If you set the, nah. Wait, let me see. That doesn't, well, like, I don't know what's going on with that. But my thinking it was that if we could set the pivot to the same place, the same location, then that's how it would do what we want it to do. That was a good idea. Oh, use target. Pick the, oh God, what? Oh. Something just happened. Because they're all instanced? Yeah, currently this use target is instanced. I feel like we're getting somewhere here. But they're currently all instanced. Let's see it. If we just de-instance, you know what? I think we should bring it back to here. We're going places with this, but bring it back. Recenter. We recenter with the manual. Okay, so where were we? Oh, that's right. We had, oh, just to point out, that was actually a really good track that we did with the football field. Like, I think we did that like super properly. Even though in the end it didn't seem necessary. Let's try it. Let's try it now. Let's just leave this how it is and move this stuff down. I don't want to touch all this stuff. I want to just leave it. We got it there. Okay, so we're gonna we can hand, yeah, look at how much easier this is gonna be. We can hand, oop, oh, what the, oh. We can hand track this. Or just like hand keyframe. It's gonna be so much easier. Okay. And we go to here. That's it. That's all we have to do. Oh, we gotta be careful of this. It's over here. Then we get a 3D camera tracker. Camera, just called camera tracker. We plug this into here, and we auto track, and that didn't work because we didn't set this to subtract or invert. It was invert. Yep, we messed that up. So we just reset that, auto track. That's it. And let's see if we can get the same solve. Yeah, let's let it go. And we got the same, pretty much, right? We can just hand delete the orange ones. But isn't that something? That's working smart, not hard. So yeah, we just deleted a few of those points and we can just do solve again. And we got the same solve error confidence rating or whatever you call it. So let's see if we export that over here. This can get disconnected because we got the thing that we need. Well, yeah. Or no, we want this one on the right and then this one over here. Add a 3D camera tracker, 3D text. We can copy instance, right click, that doesn't work, so we go to our shading, de-instance the color group, turn this black, go to text, go to the extrusion style. Actually, we can, I guess we could just extrude the text, like make the text, oops, make the text and then de-instance it. No bevel. And then we can go here and de-instance them like that. This one, they're not showing. Oh. Huh? Oh. Oh. Okay. And then we can place this properly at the angle that we want. Or change this one to the right angle. Only have to do one because they're instanced now. Nope. Nope. And ta-da! And there you go. At 100 times less effort. It's setting the manual trackers on each person. Well, I don't know. I think that's part of figuring this stuff out, doing things like that. Yeah. For sure. For sure. I think we lost Daniel. He'll forever be wondering what was instancing. We lost Daniel. No, Daniel, you have to know. Instancing. It's the thing to do. It is. That was kind of what I was doing without properly doing that. And then this was this is like extreme instancing, which I'm not ready to go back to that. Let's see, where are we? So we're getting, I mean, I'm really wrapping my head around this part. I'm getting comfortable with this, the solver with camera tracker. I am. Are you? How are you? Are you getting comfortable? I feel like camera tracking, 3D camera tracking, like that's the cool thing. There's 3D camera tracking. The technique. Maybe we should do like a ranking of like the cool effects that the useful cool effects, right? And the fundamentals. The technique that we went over about the tracker node, the planar tracker, or the tracker nodes, how to flatten it and then unflatten, how to flatten it and make a edit sandwich. That one's really good. Because you can get, that's how you make stuff look really nice. That's how you track on, like, you know, you could get like glowy eyes and like special effects pasted on properly. 3D tracking, we can get stuff into our scene. That's the fundamentals. How to get stuff into the pixels, but in the right way. But how do you know when to stop? How do you know when to stop? Maybe this is what we need to know. At the end of the solve process, an average solve error, sometimes called a reprojection error, appears at the top of the inspector. The average solve, yeah, average solve error. So yeah, we're aiming for below 0.5, which we nailed. We were at like 0.3. And the tips for solving camera motion. When solving camera movement, it's important to provide accurate live action camera information such as focal length and film gate size, which can significantly improve the accuracy of the camera solve. Okay. That's tough. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. Unless I mean, for the most part, that's why I need to start making my own footage. Because I'll know the solve for that. I'll know the camera footage. But at the same time, what about working with other people's footage, right? That's like where memes happen. For example, if the provided focal length is too far away from the correct physical value, the solver can fail to converge, resulting in a useless solution. Additionally, for the solver to accurately triangulate and reconstruct the camera and point cloud, it is important to have Yeah, I think honestly what we did, the way that we went about this is I think good. The skill, I mean, we also know that we're really looking for things that are stapled to the ground for reference. And then the other thing is you can scrub through and delete, and you just kind of like scrub through, delete the red ones and the orange ones. That's gonna work. We didn't work with like motion blur though. Yeah, we should try some other footage. Or we should maybe go back to that car footage one that we were struggling with. Maybe we could get it now. Additionally, for the solver to accurately triangulate and reconstruct the camera and point cloud, it is important to have a good balance of tracks across objects at different depths, with not too many tracks in the distance, background, or skies. Tracks distributed evenly over the image and not highly clustered on a few objects or one side of the image. Tracks start and ends staggered over time with not too many tracks ending on the same frame. Seed frames, oh yeah, that's something that I don't think we have to worry about too much. Did we read this? Yeah, we did. We did. We reread that last time, but it was nice to revisit. How to judge track accuracy. I didn't mess with any of these buttons. I didn't even look at these when I was doing this stuff, though. Maybe we have more to learn here. Let me just take a peek through this stuff. This is delete selected tracks. Okay, I was doing that with just hitting the delete key. Trim previous frames. Terminates the selected tracks at the current time and deletes all tracking data for earlier times. Oh, no, this is important. That's a good one. And I wonder if the other type of track is got the same. Oh, it's only got this. So that's deletes everything before. This is deletes everything after a certain point. Select any tracks whose name contains the provided search string. I don't know. I don't know what that means. Rename selected tracks? I mean, we're talking about this 3D camera tracker? You can name these? Huh? Okay. Oh, that's right. I've seen that before. You can, now what can I do with that? I can give it a name, can't I? Auto? Because it's like kind of a group. You can kind of make groups. Oh, yeah, and that's actually how you can, if you wanted to like reference this light post, right? I could do this and then do that. And then I can see them here. And that's how I can get a precise text attached to the thing. I mean, that's kind of what we talked about the other day, right? Identifying the things that, like, where the markers are in the cloud. Yeah, I think you mentioned that last time, that by selecting them, you also do get the trackers change color anyways. But that will make a visible thing that pops up. And then I do think it saves the names somewhere. All right, but let's keep looking. This is toggle the display of the names for all. Okay. And then this one is toggle the display of frame ranges on selected track. So I don't know what those numbers mean. All right. And then we got the track markers. Okay, just show the track markers. I think it's the accuracy. Yeah, like this tracker has that much accuracy. Yeah, that makes sense. Those numbers seem to work. We got a one red tracker here. Okay. Toggles the display. This is toggles the display of the tracking pattern. Makes it a little easier to see, I guess. Oh, you can make them into X's. That's easier to see and a little cooler, in my opinion. What's that? What's this one? Oh, it shows the trails. And then previewing of new track locations. I don't know what that is. Auto track locations. So if you did it again, it would show some preview stuff, I guess. Solve error, user sign. Okay. All right, we work our way through this. Darkens the images, the image making it easier to see. Oh, that's kind of cool. So if you're hard of sight, I don't know why you're a video editor or motion grab. Never mind. And but you could turn on the squares, and then you could also turn on the X's and even darken it for visibility. I like the X's though. Cool. So now we know what those buttons are. Yeah, we messed with those buttons. The filters, we didn't really mess with the filters. I don't know. I don't really mind just going through and deleting the red markers myself manually. No, I guess actually filters are better. I just don't know what the filters mean. The Solve tab includes filters that can be used to select groups of similar tracks by track length, track error, and solve error. These can be used to quickly select and delete poorly performing tracks that may be misleading to the resulting camera, leaving a concise list of accurate tracks. For instance, it is generally best to run the solver using tracks with longer durations, since shorter tracks tend to be less accurate when calculating the camera. You can remove them using the filter section in the inspector. The inside camera tracker solve. After you've solved, you can filter them by minimum track length. Everything that's yeah, but that's the problem with this. So I just did the default track filtering. I did select the tracks, and then down here you can see that it, can you see it? Is it behind my head? Right here it says I selected 290 of 492 tracks. So I think like if I went ahead and deleted those, it would probably screw up with this whole thing. Like I bet there would be some frames where we don't have enough data, enough trackers, which is something to keep in mind because we ended up with like exactly the result we needed and we wanted. And we didn't do this. You know? So, something to keep in mind. So using the filters again. They said that actually I might be wrong about that. Well, what I was just kind of implying was based on that they said it needs a minimum of 8. Mathematically, they need 8 tracks to do the calculations. And so my thinking was like, if we deleted 300 of 400 of 500, so there's 200 tracks, there's only 120 frames. We wouldn't have enough tracks, right? There'd be some frames with, let's see. How do I delete those? Okay, so there's 293 are selected. If I do delete, we lose a lot. But these persist throughout. They're at least 6 frames or more. So that's what we're left with. Okay. And now let's see if let's do solve now and see what happens. Not much. That didn't really change anything. Oh, we got one right there. Yeah, it didn't really solve. That didn't change the average solve error. I think it actually made it worse, didn't it? Weren't we at 33.33? Yeah, it's a tiny bit worse. Yeah. I mean, that's a judgment call, though. I mean, once we get to 0.33, we don't have to mess with it. Like, we're done. Doesn't matter how we get there, I guess. I don't think we even want to. I don't think we need to. 0.33. Isn't that like... They even said that we're aiming for 0.5. I think if we try to go lower than 0.35, we're just kind of... At that point, we're wasting our time, right? Like, there's not a performance boost. That's just ego tripping to try and get it below 0.5. Pretty much. I think so. Just, yeah. For instance, it is generally best to run the solver using tracks with longer durations, since shorter tracks tend to be less accurate. When calculating the camera, you can remove them using the filter section in the inspector. But for the sake of why not, let's see what happens. So we're only going to have like... Wait, let's turn this down. Okay. And then we can delete them. Now we don't have... But let's see. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 0.22. Yeah, my ego. Yes. How low can we go? How big can we boost our egos? That's not gonna work. Let's go to here. Now we only have 80, but these are gonna be these are gonna be 80 of the best. Oh my god, 0.16. Beautiful. Do we keep going? Do we push further? Is this all filled? How far can we go? How many tracks do we need? Don't we need like at least... I don't think that... I think we're out of the solving. Yeah, now we can't. Okay, cool. So mathematically there... Yeah, so there's some frames where we don't have 8 tracks in there. In common between consecutive frames to construct the camera motion. In practice, you want at least a lot more than 8, typically 150-ish for a robust and accurate solution. You requested to solve the range from here to here, and there were only 7 tracks in common between frames 98 and 99. Can I do Control C? Z? Yes. Okay. Okay. At this point, I think we might, I mean, the number is getting better, but we might actually be ruining it, right? Okay, let's delete a few. We can do it here. All right. New world record. Man. Okay, but for the sake of like playing around with the filters to clean it up, that's the way. You mess with this stuff and then you press delete to delete the frames that it selected. And then you solve and then it looks, and then the number goes down. And past point, I would say, I mean, I could see like an argument for a little bit below 0.5 just to be safe. And then probably, if you get into it, like this text is probably, like when this is 0.2, the text is probably just a tiny bit. There's probably a number, 0.2. It's probably just a little more in place than if you were at 1 pixel solve error and you went with that, there would probably just be a tiny bit of jitter and it wouldn't look quite right. Same deal with 0.5. There's even less jitter and it probably is like acceptable, but more jitter than if you're at 0.2 or 0.3. There's probably a number, but I don't know what it is. Exporting a 3D scene for efficiency. The camera tracker saves all its 2D tracks into the composition, sometimes resulting in a rather large... Oh, damn, it's already that time. That was a quick hour. Sheesh. All right, I'm gonna take a break. I'm a BRB. In 5 minutes. See you in a sec. Boop. Hello. Exporting a 3D scene for efficiency. Okay. So exporting a 3D scene for efficiency. The camera tracker saves all its 2D tracks into the composition, sometimes resulting in a rather large file on disk. If you are dealing with a large clip with many 2D tracks over a long duration, the saved composition can reach over a gigabyte in size. Using a camera tracker node in a composition can make it cumbersome to load and operate. While it is possible to use the camera tracker node directly to composite via the 3D output, you'll achieve better performance by exporting. Oh yeah, I thought that's just what you had to do. Once the quality of the solve is satisfactory, the export tab can generate a low memory alternative by producing... Oh, okay. No. Alright, this is nothing new. So, the only new thing about that is that you don't even have to actually export. You could use the camera tracker directly, but by clicking export, you get the stuff. You get the good stuff. It poops out this stuff right here. I don't know what this one is. Camera tracker renderer. Oh. I don't think this is necessary, right? I don't think we need that. Do we? No, we do. That's the final scene. Is this a... Oh, that's cool. Okay, so this is a renderer 3D node. All these things are useful. What's this? Point cloud, camera 3D. Merge 3D. Oops, what am I doing? Yeah, okay. So we need that stuff. Before you can export a 3D scene, you must provide a bit more information. You'll do this using controls found in the Export tab. What do? If you go here and you go to Export, oh, you can change like the ground plane view. Oh, that's how I changed it before. I was confused. I was trying to get rid of it because it was like annoying. It was annoying. But if we go here, because I was trying to get rid of this ground plane. The way to do that is actually over here. Huh? Camera tracker. Wait, no. Camera tracker. I want to figure out how to get rid of the ground planes and stuff. With this, right? That's it. Okay, that's it. That's it. That's all you had to do. Just unplug the ground plane. And you can change it. Easy peasy. Cameras do not include tilt meters, so clips do not contain metadata that indicates how the camera is tilted or orientated. This is critical information when recreating the virtual camera. It is also useful to determine the location for the center of this 3D scene. The Export tab provides various translation, rotation, and scale controls to set these options. Wait, so we can... Oh! Wait a second. Wait a second. What did I just do? Hold on. Okay, check this out. So this, I just changed this from... We plug this in. Yeah, I think I just did that. So if I export, I just changed it to, changing it to unaligned. I think by default it's aligned. Oh, no, I think that confuses things, right? We want it aligned, but you could do it as unaligned. But that looked, no, that's stupid. Why would you ever do that? Why would you ever set it as unaligned? Camera tracker can either output the raw unaligned scene directly from the solver or the final aligned scene with the below 3D. Because I thought, when I did that, I thought what was happening was it was like putting the point cloud. I don't know. Okay, why would you ever do unaligned? Never mind. Okay, all right, let's keep moving. Yeah, you want aligned. Why would you ever want unaligned? Maybe it says right here. By default, the export tab is set to aligned in the 3D scene transform section. The aligned setting locks the orientation and scale of the 3D scene to prevent accidentally changing it. So before you can set the ground plane and origin location, you must change the camera tracker to unaligned using the 3D scene transform menu in the export tab. After you have gone through the export settings and configured them. Oh, I think I know why. All right. If for example, you're, okay, I actually know the case. It's for the ground plane. I think it's for like, for example, I think what you're saying maybe is if we were filming at, like, pretend we were top down filming and we know the ground plane is 90 degrees, it's at a 90-degree angle, we could do unaligned and then change it in the orientation. The other case is if we're working with 3D footage, there's probably times when you would wanna, like, you would know something about the position, the origin of the whole scene, and you would know that, like, what you're doing is, like, supposed to be in a certain space, and this is the time that you would do that, I think, for 3D stuff. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I think so. Yep. I think it's for, yeah, just in general, I think it's for 3D stuff. Because even still, the way you were, like, the way we just said about, like, the ground plane rotating 90 degrees, it's probably easier. Just stick with aligned and then you can adjust it from there, from your perspective. Anyways, let's keep going here. Setting the ground plane. The camera tracker has no idea of if the camera is on its side or tilted in some way. So it is up to you to indicate where the ground plane is in the clip. After choosing unaligned from this 3D scene, you can begin identifying the ground plane. That was one thing, actually. I don't think I had the ground plane properly placed. No, I mean, that's definitely not right. The ground plane, we have this, yeah, the ground plane is messed up here, but we placed the text properly. So the ground plane, it's up to us to figure out where it goes, I guess. Or just eye it? No. We could look here, right? Oh. Oh. Why isn't it showing up here? Oh, because we're not. Yeah, okay. Ground plane. Oh, that's it. I mean, that's it, right? That's all we have to do. And that's just for... I mean, we don't even need to do that, right? I guess that's just for to help us when placing like this text. What? Why is it? Why is it going so small? Eh, 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 eh. Why is it moving so little? What? Okay, whatever. So setting the ground plane, yeah. But it does orientate you. And then why is it, it's kind of messed up. Like, what's this thing right here? What is, it's the world grid. Maybe it's in here? So currently we have our grid and it's messed up. It doesn't make sense. So we probably want to turn this off. The gray grid here, this regular one. Where is that? In the camera tracker? The renderer, I think. Camera. Image. What? Huh? Where's Hunkcat? We haven't seen Hunkcat for a while. We're starting to get it. Hunkcat is getting... doesn't get a lot of screen time these days. We're starting to... We need to find a replacement. We need to find Aha Cat. But this is a Hunkcat moment. Just how to turn off... Nothing. Nothing happens. Oh, you know what though? It's probably we have to find the right node to press F on. No. Ground plane? No. I don't think it is ground plane. Which node would this be on? We've gone through a lot. I'm having trouble like getting my brain to do the thing right now. Probably this, right? I'm surprised it's not here in the camera. It's the default thing you see in the viewer. It definitely can. But how? How? Oh. Oh. Oh, you know how? I know how. Oh. I know how. Wait. Is that... No. That isn't how. What? Okay, whatever. I don't want to get hung up there. Yeah, I mean, we could just do this. No, but for the sake of like viewing the thing we're working on, I want to remove that so it'd be easier to see. It's along the same lines of like, if we're gonna go to align this ground plane, it's gonna help us. Same with this. If we're gonna we could get rid of these lines. That's also gonna be slight help, you know, a little bit more helpful. But whatever. Oh. Tell me. I need to know. Right click, 3D options. Oh. See, we need a replacement for huh cat. We need a ha cat. Aha. Big brain moment. I need also maybe like a hype thing to play. Maybe that's something we could make. It's a big brain moment, hype brain. Big brain, hype brain train moment. There's something there. Hype brain train. Something. To set the ground plane. Brain train. Hype brain. Maybe just a hype brain. Okay. Well, let's see. How close are we? We're almost. We gotta finish this. We gotta just close out this fundamentals, and then the world is our oyster. We can do anything. To set the ground plane, we do the following. We move to a frame with lots of green, where you see a large part of the ground. In the viewer, drag a selection box around the markers. Oh, that's how you manually... Oh, you can select them and then do, in the inspector orientation section, click the set from selection. Oh, okay. Wait a second. That's something. Yeah, that's something. Just like that. Where is it? Export? Ground plane. Huh? Where's the set? Options? Line, unline. Oh, back here? Oh. Oh, if we're in on... Oh. Oh. Oh, but then that's confusing. And... Oh. Okay, screw that. I still think unaligned is not the way to go. I still think it's for 3D compositing and stuff like that. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's still for 3D compositing. Because right now, up on the view, we have two camera trackers displaying. That's kind of confusing here, isn't it? We go camera, then we go here. Okay, yeah, so unaligned, and we could set origin there. Nah. In some cases, the clip you are tracking may not have the ground in the frame. If necessary, you can set the selection menu to XY, which indicates you are selecting points on a wall. Alright, but still, I don't know, whatever. I'll just manually do stuff. I think after we just do it aligned, it's doing it to the scene automatically. And then move it by looking at this in space and figuring out that it's like, yeah. Seems easier for me to do it that way. Setting the origin. When it comes time to add and position new objects into your 3D scene, you can make it easier by setting the origin or center location. To set the origin, it was the same thing. You have to set it to unaligned and then select the points, right? Move to a frame that clearly shows the area that you want to select as the center of the scene. I don't know. I'm still thinking about this because, like, if you track it and then you set it as the center point, then you can import 3D objects into your scene at that location, right? But what is unaligned? What is this? Because it's not even like, it's not even, what's it aligned to? If it's unaligned, what? Why? Because it's still at the same, it's like at the same angle. I don't get the unaligned. Camera tracker can either output the raw unaligned scene directly from the solver or the final aligned scene with the below 3D transform applied. Okay. Setting the scale. You can set the camera tracker has no idea of the size of the 3D scene, so the scale parameter is used to scale the thing. Oh, damn. Oh, okay. I still think it's a 3D compositing thing. Unaligned is maybe advanced. Let's just say that. That's the advanced settings for all this. Realign the scene. Before exporting the scene from the camera tracker, you must set the 3D scene transform menu back to aligned. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Wait a second. Wait a second. They're saying that you can do... Wait a second. Hold up. They're saying that you can... Oh, whoops. They're saying that if you can do unaligned, and then you set the plane. Oh, this is stupid. That's kind of dumb. You unalign it, and then you set the origin. You could set it from the selection or the ground plane. Oh, you can set the ground like this. And then you can make the scale like bigger or whatever, 0.2. Requires you have two selected and then provide a distance between them. Oh, so if you have your reference of your scale, then you could select one point here and like 1 point here. Like pretend you had a measuring, like you knew the exact distance. You'd be able to put in scale somehow. And then you go back to aligned and you can export it and it will have, like for example, the orientation is still there, right? That we saved from setting the selection. That's how it works. You get it? You get it, Michael? Are you still here with me? So after we do the solve and we go to export, you can change it from aligned, which is like auto, to unaligned. Once it's in unaligned, you can select the things. Actually, you could be in aligned. You could be previewing your scene. You could see your scene, see the camera tracker. You're in aligned mode. You can see the stuff. And you could select the ground. Let's just say that's the ground. Right? Then you go to unaligned. And it kind of breaks the trackers. You can set the plane. And you can set, if you could get the scale, you can do that. And you can also do the origin spot by like being like, this is 0, 0. This is where the whole thing starts. And then you go back to aligned and it will like snap back into proper place. And you can export it. And from this point on, like I think if you import an object, it's gonna start at the origin. It's gonna calculate from here, from this point. I have 3D I should have like some 3D assets I should be able to throw in to test that. But I'm pretty sure it was going to start back at the, like this is now the 0, 0, 0, like the starting point, the origin of the whole 3D scene. And these are, the ground plane is going to be there. Like if we export from here, oh God. Go here, go here. Oh, that's cool. That's a little different. But no, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Oh, that's cool. Because now it's easier to just throw some text in here, right? Oh, and we're working at like a normal. Yeah. Look, and our text is right away in position. I think. Oh. Oh. No. There we go. Yeah, our text is in position. I think. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Because this is like the fence. The fence was like these things. Was above everything. Yeah. Cool. So that's actually a cool way to do it. That's actually the right way to do it. That's the power of unaligned. And then you align it. And we're working in a ground plane. Like the ground plane is aligned nicely. Oh, and this is like this is where the camera would be. Right? Now it's above. It makes sense. Like this makes more sense to see it this way. Because we're looking down at the at the yard, at the field. So that just makes a lot more sense too. Awesome. All right, cool. So that's, after you get through this, you go unaligned and then you set the orientation, I think, is better. And if you're looking at a wall, you can set it like this. I think it's YZ for a wall, like a fence. I could set the ground plane as a fence if we were looking at a fence. Or wall pair. Yeah, cool. All right. All right. Viewing the exported results. Clicking the export button at the top creates a functional 3D scene with 5 new nodes. Yeah. To work with the 3D scene, you can select the Merge 3D and load it into one of the viewers, and then select the camera tracker renderer and load that into a second viewer. Yep, that's what we were doing. When the Merge 3D is selected, a toolbar above the viewer can add 3D test geometry, like an image plane or cube, to verify the precision of the 3D scene in camera. You can then connect actual 3D elements into the Merge 3D as you would any manually created 3D scene. The point cloud can help align and guide the placement of objects. And the camera tracker renderer is a renderer 3D node with all the same controls. Yeah. Yep. 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 That's it. That's it. At this point, there is no need for the camera tracker node unless you find that you need to rerun the solver. Otherwise, you can save memory by deleting the camera tracker. So after you're done, you export and then you can delete that thing to save space. Once you get it good, you can delete it. Damn, so there you have it. That was in depth. That was nice. Got advanced. I think this, I don't know. Oh, I think this is cool by doing it unaligned, because that's like what it would be like in 3D space. What's this one? How do I get rid of this one though? I think it's disconnect that. What? Now we got 3. Yeah, I do too. Oh my god. We're learning stuff. We're doing it. What else? I don't know. There's not much else to say. I don't really feel like doing anything more. Let's take a look. Where are we at? Let's take a look ahead. What are we at? Particle systems is tomorrow. This chapter is designed to give you a brief introduction to the creation of fully 3D particle systems, one of Fusion's most powerful features. Really? So we're going to look at particles. It's only 8 pages, but I have a feeling it'll probably keep us, you know, probably just particles. I know almost nothing about particles, so that's going to be interesting. Yeah. I've played with particles before, but I can't say that I really know much about them either. But there's going to be intro to particles, anatomy of a simple particle system distribution, particle nodes explained. Yeah, I'm also not going to I'm not going to bring in more. I'm going to wait until we're just done with this. Because we're so close to finishing here. We've got 2 more chapters. Tomorrow is like 7 pages. I think we're going to be able to just do particles and get through it. Even though there's a whole bunch of things But I think we'll revisit each little thing in the future in more detail. This is just kind of getting the idea of how it works. Particles, how they work, how they connect, output in 3D. Ooh, smoke. And then, oh, there's example particle systems. That's good to know. Oh, that's really good to know. Yeah, that's a good place to look. And then there's one other chapter after this, which is optical flow. Which is 10 pages. Damn, we're almost done. We're almost done with the fundamentals. Then we're gonna be so advanced. We're gonna get our blue belt. Yeah, that's right. It's been, today is what, episode, I did the math. The math was did. I gotta update the stream name. I'm gonna update it to tomorrow's stream name. Particles. I'm gonna save that. But yeah, it's been 25 days, right? 26 days. And tomorrow's 27, which is 26. So that's been 78 hours of streaming, of going through this. Yeah, man, I don't know. I feel like we have to, I don't know. Because I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna like take a break between the fundamentals into the next section, but thinking about the next section. I mean, we got 5 minutes here. Like, what to do about this? Because this is like 1,000 pages. And I don't think it's I don't think the format that we're currently doing probably, I think, would be better off changing a little bit, where there's less just less reading of the textbook and more kind of experimenting with the things. Like, we kind of take a look and we go through this from top to bottom, but it's like, okay, today we're checking this out, and then we jump into this node and we try to play around with it. I don't know about reading every single thing here. I don't know about that. But like testing it, right? So if it's talking about Alembic files, we'll just try and set up an Alembic file and then work on something else, right? Like, start with this as the exercise. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, start with just one section per day as the warm-up exercise to like to make sure that we're like keep improving, but then also start finding things to work on, whether it's like motion graphics or making the special effects, like recording some footage, bringing it and working on that, working on a project. Yeah, I like that idea. So it's like a thing that like continues on, but it's like less about the manual once we get past the fundamentals, and more about like the footage, the effects, making the things. I like that idea. I like that idea. Yeah. All right. So where was that? 1760. I'll take a note of that. All right. I mean, I guess that's all. That's all for today. I'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, super helpful. Don't know what I would do. Have a good day or night, or wherever you are in your day or night. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time. Peace.